You know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
Just like this man from the annoying YouTube ad from 6 years ago, I too like knowledge. That's why today I'm going to be showing you the place that I find most of my New World information. NWDB, or newworlddatabase.com. You might have seen it linked in the description, but today I wanted to show off exactly what it is and what it's most useful for. Before I do, just wanted to say a quick thank you for all of the love and support for my content these last few months, and if you haven't subscribed already, you know what to do. First, it's a great place to look for non-traditional resources. For example, you know where greenwood comes from, but do you know exactly where an ancient glob of ectoplasm comes from? Those are super popular right now, and they sell for a lot on the TP. So if you wanted to farm these, you can type it in here, and then you can see what it is gatherable from or dropped by. Where do I find a scarab automaton? You just click on it, and it'll show you the locations on the map. Another option is if there's a specific legendary drop that you saw or heard about but can't remember where to find it, you can type it in here. A bow that I heard of is Fangs of Setch. This is because Plague Strikes isn't available to roll on a bow. This is the only one that has it. So I can just type in Fangs of Setch. I can see the stats, and if I scroll down, I can see that there's only one mob that drops it. I can click on him, Setch the Cobra, and see exactly where he spawns. So I can go there and farm for this bow. Earlier I mentioned Plagued Strikes. If you want to check it out, you can actually click on Plagued Strikes, see what it takes to craft, and see what other weapons it's guaranteed on, as far as named items go. There's also a really handy tag up top here that says PTR. This way you can see what the upcoming patch holds. For instance, you're going to see a great sword coming out called the Hybris that also has Plagued Strikes, Refreshing Move, and Trenchant Recovery. I know lots of folks will be farming for that. New World Database is also super handy for choosing between potion packs in the PvP track. You can go even simpler and check what it takes to make something. So I do a lot of crafting food. So what does the new con food take to make? Grimalotta Tenderloin. So I can see what the effects do. To see what I need to craft it, I always need to go down to the recipe. And then there you go. You can see you do need the recipe for it, and then you need all of these ingredients in order to craft one. For all the gear rollers out there, people that like to drop tons of gold on rolling weapons or armor, this guide led me to actually correcting my engineering goldmine strategy. What I discovered is if you scroll down, you can see the perk buckets and the chance that it has to drop. So look at yield. If I'm guaranteeing yield as my one perk to guarantee, it already has a 22% chance of dropping. So instead I changed and started guaranteeing luck. Mining yield was almost guaranteed to fall on the tool because you're only going to get 3 of these perks. The 22% chance at mining yield is just so high. It was just more profitable to roll it. For perks, the most likely perk is actually Vicious. So if you're going for Vicious, you don't have to guarantee it, and there's still a 15% chance that you'll get that perk. So I might want Rogue. I would guarantee that over anything else because it only has a 1% chance of dropping. There's also excellent guides in here. The publisher Zio does an excellent job just laying out and linking things in an old school written guide format that I absolutely love. There's a handy server status page as well for those looking to see how populated your world is, or if you're looking to transfer and just waiting for a world to be unlocked, or checking the queue time during a busy period. Moving on is the next part of the website that I absolutely love, and it's the crafting leveling guide. It takes you to a new web page, but this is how I leveled my furniture, which at one point was the most difficult to upgrade. So let's say I was level 65 and I wanted to get to 200. I just put 65 in here, the target level is automatically 200, and I click update. So I can see I can choose one of these to craft to get from 65 to 75. Then I can choose any one of these to get from 75 to 100. The only thing that I don't use New World Database for is actually for its map. The main reason being is that the newworld-map.com is the one that I've always used. The reason for that is I find it looks better. And I've also found a couple of resources here that weren't located in New World Database map. So what I suggest is you always hide all right off the bat. And then to get your bearings, I use city and others, just city, outposts, regions, and shrines. And then I can understand pretty well where I am no matter where I put myself on the map. Now let's say you want to find the best spot for orichalcum. Let's say. This is how I made my most recent mining video. So you can pop that open and you can look for big deposits of orichalcum. And then zoom in to see exactly where they are. And if you're lucky enough to have a second monitor, this is a great resource to use on your second monitor while you're farming. Another cool thing that you can look for here is events. So right now, Turkulon is the main event. These are all the different possible locations that Turkulon might spawn. There's also a spot for glyphs. You can see where to unlock all of the 25 glyphs in Brimstone Sands, along with the names. I'm going to link both of these resources in the description and ask that you let me know what you use them for in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in Eternum.